Hello and welcome to this creativity-inducing Pilates flow. Through twists, extensions, and flexions, we will stimulate and invigorate your creative center, including your sacral chakra and deep core muscles. You will need a mat, perhaps a towel and a pillow. We will begin in a seated position, sitting on top of a pillow. Place the hands on the ribs. Close the eyes and breathe in deeply, feeling how the breath expands the rib cage on the inhale and contracts the rib cage on the exhale. Bring one hand to the lower abdominals and the back of the other hand on the low back. Continue that deep breathing, connecting the breath to the center body. And on your next inhale, let's extend the arms energetically out to the side and inhale, lifting up to the sky, and exhale, stretching all the way out and down. Inhale, lifting up with intention, and exhale, lowering down. Sit up tall and continue a few more rounds. Inhale to lift, expanding the ribs, and exhale to lower the arms, contracting the ribs. Hands on the knees, let's roll the shoulders. Looking from side to side. Over those dropped shoulders, take a little look behind you, allowing for a gentle twist in the center body. And head rolls from shoulder to shoulder. Drop the chin to the chest. Start to feel a gentle stretch throughout the neck and shoulders. Coming into a seated balance, let's hold the hamstrings, lifting legs into tabletop, releasing the arms forward, palms up to the sky. Little grabbing action with the hands. C-curve shape the spine all the way down, lying on your back on the mat, total body stretch. Extend the arms long. Reach the legs, breathe into that center body, interlacing fingers and press the palms overhead, pointing and flexing the feet. Hug the knees into the chest, arms around the legs, rocking it out side to side across that sacrum, feeling some gentle pressure points. Bring the feet down to the mat, hip width apart, hands behind the head. And let's start an ab curl. Exhale, contract the ribs, deepen the abdominals. And let's curl up, lifting head, neck, and shoulders, upper back away from the ground. Exhale up. Float those legs into a stabilized tabletop position. Continue the ab curls. Extend the legs straight to the sky, squeezing into the center, soft pointed toe. Continue the ab curls. Instigate from your center body. Let's flex the feet and add the pulses at the top. Pulse and pulse, heels reach up high. Bend one knee and twist towards that bent leg and switch the legs and twist to the other leg. Alternate, switch and twist, rotate. Drop the straight leg a little bit lower. But keep your sacrum planted into the ground. Pick up the tempo a little quicker. Let's add some energy here. Twist and twist and twist. Keep those elbows open. And toe taps. Dropping the toes towards the ground, maintain a tabletop position as you bring the feet back up parallel to the ground. Maintain your ab curl looking forward. Exhale to lift. Deepen belly button. Hold the back of the legs. Let's roll up into a seated balance and move into rolling like a ball. Roll through that spine. Try to create a C-curve shape. Roll to the shoulder blades and then back up again, toes hovering above the ground. Continue that motion, bringing hands to the shins. Feet a little closer in. Chin low. Breath smooth and consistent. Bring the feet together into a butterfly position and let's fold forward over those legs. Looking down, press into the soles of the feet with the thumbs as we inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Keep the head and neck active. Lift the knees higher as you come up higher and drop the knees down as you fold forward. So keeping this in motion, connected to the breath. Initiate from your center body. Back into that seated balance, and let's alternate the legs, one straight, one bent, like little kick, 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 kicks. And then again, fold over those butterfly legs. Find the balance for the leg kicks. And fold over the butterfly legs. Keep alternating balance with some kick, kick, kicks. And then soles of the feet together. Exhale, forward. Balance and breathe and focus. Try both legs at the same time, extending and bending. Arms lift up as toes drop down. Hold here at the top in your V-sit balance. Hands can hold the legs. And then release feet to the ground, hands behind you. Let's twist, dropping knees side to side. Feel the rotation in the hips, the waistline, the trunk of the body. Keep the chest lifted. Try to continue that movement in the legs and hips without the support of the hands behind you. Take them out into a T shape, bending one elbow in, other arm extends, side to side. Find the rhythm, find the pacing, connect to the breath. And sit back up on top of that pillow in a seated position. One arm stacked on top of the other. Let's do little twists side to side. Try not to do this from your upper body or shoulders or arms, but let the midsection start the move and the upper body just goes along for the ride. The lower body resists the movement by being still and stabilized. Switch the arm that's on top and continue those twists, twists, twists. Exhale as you twist. Switch the arms into little punching motions that cross the body. Sit up nice and tall, inspiring that energy, activity, unblocking anything stagnant or stopping you from moving forward. This is a nice symbolic, representative motion. Now with an open palm, receptive, receiving, bend one elbow back, stretch the other arm forward, let there be a rotation at the center, and then move into this exercise called the offering from the Pilates Reformer repertoire. Palms up, reach the arms forward, open to a T, bring them back forward and bend the elbows back again. Let's add a twist as the arms move into the T shape. T-shape the arms and twist back to the center and forward with the arms again. And twist the other way. Keep the hips nice and still and stacked and level and even. Keep the chest lifted, the top of the head to the sky. Let's add 3 pulses to the side. Inhale to the center. Now twist the other way. Hold the twist, hand to the opposite knee, moving the head forward and back. Reach behind you, bending that back elbow. And switch the twist to the other way. Look behind you to begin, and then start to move the head and neck by looking forward and back. See what's in front of you and see what's behind you. Let's stay looking back and bend that back elbow, leaning back away from the legs, getting more range of motion. Open the arms up to a high, wide V shape and just start to shake out the arms, the hands, the wrists. Inhale up a little higher. Let's fold forward over those legs. Let the head drop. Let the shoulders rest. Breathe in to wherever you're feeling the stretch. Breathe into the back. Inhale, come back up again. Let's drop down onto one elbow onto our side. Knees bent, legs stacked. And let's lift that bottom hip up away from the ground. Exhale and lift, and inhale, lower the hip 95% down before lifting it back up again. Let's keep it in motion. Reach that top arm to the sky. Let's look up nice and high and extend the top leg long. Can always bring a pillow or towel underneath that bottom knee. Try extending both legs. You can keep the top knee bent, or you can keep both legs straight as we continue the lowering of the hips and the lifting of the hips. Lift up and out of that bottom shoulder. Try stacking legs for a few more. You can do it. Happy thoughts. Sometimes things get tough, but you breathe through it. Lift the top leg. Reach the top arm. And let's pulse that top arm and leg towards each other, little pulses. In and in and in and up and up and up. Lift up a little higher and a graceful dismount. Stacking the legs. Let's draw big arm circles that sweep up and overhead. Full range of motion. Full revolution of that circle. Completing the cycle. Continuing onwards. Hold in a T shape. And take that top leg into the opposite hand and see if both legs can straighten. Bottom leg reaching out. Option to bend the bottom knee and find the back of the foot with that other hand for quadricep stretch. Breathe into the bind. Stay open at the heart center. And let's release. Staggering the legs and reaching that arm up and over the legs. Hold to the top wrist, inspiring more side body flexion. Breathe into those ribs, down into the hips. I'm just placing a hand on the ribs, trying to direct the breath into that area. Top hand moves behind the head, and let's press back into those hands, leaning back a little bit, opening it up a little bit more. Keep the legs where they are, but let's windmill the arms away from the legs, letting the hands slide as far forward as they can. Maybe even bringing the forehead down to the ground. Breathe into this twist, into this forward bend. Flex feet. Let the breath drop down the spine into the low back sacrum area. And as you exhale, gentle abdominal contraction. Inhale to come up. Let's take it to side 2. Coming down onto that elbow. Stack the legs, knees are bent. And let's start to lift that bottom hip up and away from the mat. Reach that top arm enthusiastically to the sky. Create that energy and extend the top leg. Exhale, hips up. You can bring that top leg foot forward and extend the bottom leg. You can even keep both legs straight, staggered or stacked. Exhale, keep lifting and breathing, sourcing the movement from the midsection. Bend the bottom knee down, take the top leg up, and that top arm extends overhead, and we do little pulses towards the center. Pulse up and up with that top arm and leg. Up and up, little pulses, and slowly dismount. Coming all the way down. Shoulders and hips stacked, knees bent, feet flexed. Let's draw big circles with that arm opening through the T-shape down to the hip. Back to the beginning. Each new circle, reach a little further, try a little bit more, reach longer, go farther with each circle, more openness across the chest. Hold the T-shape here and take the top leg, extend it into the opposite hand as you extend the bottom leg long. Breathe here, waistline long. Sitting bones reach down, flex your feet. Bend that bottom knee and maybe you can find the top of the foot with the opposite hand into a quadricep stretch in a fully binded pose that we will breathe into. Keeping that energy locked in, circulating throughout our system. Then a slow release. Let's stagger the legs, one knee bending forward, the other leg bending to the side and back, and reach up and over those legs. Bottom hand can reach up for the top wrist, lengthen and find more stretch and elongation. Breathe into the side body, let the breath create more space in the ribs. Bring that top hand behind the head and let's lean back a little bit, looking up. Deeper inhale. Windmill the arms away from the legs, dropping down to elbows, sliding fingertips farther forward. Forehead may drop down. Breathe in from fingertips to toes. Exhale, focus on the center body, the contraction of the ribs and abdominals. Inhale the expansion through the midsection. New breath in. Walk the hands back in, moving into prone position on your abdominals. Extend legs back behind you, toes softly point, legs mat width apart and parallel, elbows bent. Face hovering above the mat. We're going to lift one leg, the knee and the quad. The opposite arm is going to reach forward. The head, neck, and chest are going to lift with that extension. And then try a full swan dive up. Repeat the swan dive, bringing the hands and arms closer to the center. Try that again with the opposite leg and arm. reaching up and longer. Go for length. Not so much height, but more length. Try the swan dive again. Take the hands a little wider as we swan dive up. Let's pull abdominals in, bring them with us as we extend. And again, lowering down. Let's try the arm and opposite leg, lifting and reaching away from the core center, returning back in. And then find that swan dive. Exhale to press up. Bring the abdomen with you. Engage the glutes. Stay low and try both arms, both legs at the same time. Reach and lengthen away and bring back to the center and control it back down. Perfect precision and concentration. Keep hands down. Let's swan dive up. Deep abdominals. Bring the hands closer. Exhale up, looking to the sky. And soften the elbows and extend. Keep the shape and move from that elbow joint, targeting back of the arm and extension and openness. Let's look over one shoulder then the other. Toes down, legs soft. And lengthen even longer as we pull that spine forward and down. Exhale, press up. Reach one hand, then the other, walking hands away and then closer into the body. So swan walking out, the chest lowers, and swan walking in, come up a little higher. If you feel this in your low back, you're going to squeeze the glutes more, engage the abdominals more, and not come up as high. Keep the legs in place. Let the spine change, less extension as you walk it out, more extension as you walk the hands in. Try not to shrug shoulders. Keep some energy in those shoulder blades. Let's look to the sky. And then bending elbows, lowering the swan down. Same hand to the leg. We're going to bend that knee for quadriceps stretch. Flex the foot. Move the foot around a little bit. Feel the sensation in the shoulder and knee and hip. And then send that opposite arm forward, sweeping around to hold that foot, double grip quadriceps stretch. Press the foot into the hands to allow for that extension, peeling the chest and shoulders away from the ground. And then release it down. Just rocking it out side to side before letting go of the foot. Bend the other knee. Same side hand holds that foot. Stay for a breath here. Flex the foot. Opposite arm is going to reach ecstatically forward, and as you press the foot into that back hand, the front arm is going to lift up and reach out. Sweep it back to also hold that foot in the quadriceps stretch. More expansion. Come up a little higher. Your back leg can hover above the ground. And lower it down. Pull that foot in a little closer before releasing. And then bend both knees and rock it out side to side, resting the head on top of stacked hands. Breathe into the back. Let the sacrum be free, easy moving, moving with ease. Extend one arm and the opposite knee bends, and we're twisting from the trunk of the body, bringing that foot and opposite hand a little closer together, maybe touching. Your other arm is pushing down into the ground to give you more sensation, more twist. Slow motion to bring that knee into a bent position on the floor beside you, coming up higher onto your elbows. Looking at that bent knee, And then find your way curling toes into elbow plank. Exhale, lift abdominals. Inhale, slowly return down. Extend your other arm now into a T-shape, palm down, and the opposite leg bends and lifts up and over across the body. See if that foot and opposite hand can touch. Extend the bottom leg nice and long. And have this palm in front of you just pressing down into the ground. Breathe into the twist, into the hip extension, shoulder extension. Slowly return, but take that knee to the side. I'm just using some cushioning under the knee. Come up higher onto the elbows, looking over that shoulder. Moving into elbow plank. From elbow plank, we're going to pike the hips a little higher and sit back into child's pose. Take a long, deep breath down the spine, through the sacrum to the tailbone. Feel the ribs expand into the thighs on the in-breath, and exhale, relax a little deeper. Coming into plank. Nod the chin, press back into those heels, strong, energized legs. Tailbone high to the sky, move into downward dog. Sink heels, stretch through the arms, find space through the vertebrae, between the vertebrae, just shifting forward and back. Bend one knee, then the other. Be upside down. Breathe into this new perspective. Walking forward, walking back. Plant the palms and take a few steps forward and a few steps back. Continuing, activating. Establish downward dog for one more moment. Walking hands back to the feet, forward bend. Shake the head out, release tension through the neck. Nod in agreement into optimism and positivity. Soften the knees, bend the knees, and let's move into a chair pose. Sitting back, reaching arms up, even lift the toes up from the floor. Anchor heels down, bring palms down to heart center, and then explode up and outward into standing. We'll roll the shoulders. Taking that deep breath in and up. Looking up and exhale out to the side and down. Inhale up and exhale. Take up more space, external rotation, power pose those arms and legs. Find your natural rhythm. Move and breathe, shake it out, and be in that newly created space, energized to continue with your ideas, your imagination, your creativity. Thank you for joining me. Until next time.